Ladies and gentlemen, there can only be so much hype. Gold Championship Series Summer Edition playoff time. The top 8 players of the world have gathered here in Shanghai in front of a live audience to fight for the World Championship and $16,000. These 8 players have 69 premier titles to their chest and 12 World Championships. My name is Neo. Welcome to Back to Warcraft. By my side, as always, Remo.
Yeah, man, this is so awesome to see. You see it right here. We actually have a live audience for the first time in forever. Neo TV here in collaboration with NetEase have done an amazing job so far. And yeah, playoffs, baby. Exactly. This is what we've been waiting for months. The 8 best players in the world are gonna battle it out, and our boy from the Ukraine is gonna be the one to start it.
Indeed. His match versus Infi is first. We're going to follow it up with TH versus Lin, a match that could be the grand final right here. Then we have Moon versus Law Lai, the Korean Night Elf mirror. And to end this day, we have Fly versus 120. We had 4 days of group stage. Not too many surprises compared to last year. It was all best of 3. The top 8 advanced from the 16, but that's going to change now. Best of 5 all the way until the grand final. That's going to be best of 7.
Exactly. And speaking of group stages, Foggy seemed to have an easy run. 4-0 in total in maps. He outsmarted his Night Elf opponent live, and then against WFC was the way better player. Here we have the summary of today's games. Once again, 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow to crown the world champion. Foggy was very confident these last couple of days. He has stated on numerous occasions that he's going to bring home the championship. It's not gonna be easy, though.
Indeed. Amongst these players, we have 4 of the 5 top-earning Warcraft 3 players of all time. And you hear the crowd is wild. Here we have the first 2 players. Infi, a legend, a 2-time world champion, WCG and WCA to his chest. Foggy, not the big title yet, but a bronze medal and a silver medal here at Gold Championship Series. We will hear from him first, wearing his own merchandise.
No, I feel very good and confident, very comfort.
我现在并不觉得有什么压力，我现在很自信。
那对于你
然后觉得一切都会很好。
好的，那么对于你今天对阵的英菲的话，现在现场
That's what he says all the time. He's feeling confident.
很大的，那这个时候觉得自己的
Will it show here today?
Now your first opponent is Infi, and he has many fans. Do you think you can win him?
Yes, I will win.
当然我会赢他。
非常简短
Okay.
而又有力的。
Audience seems to laugh about this, but they like his confidence.
那接下来我要采访一下是我身边的英菲。那英菲呢？
So Infi, the Iceman, does he feel nervous on stages like this in front of crowds anymore? Of course, we have no translator here, so we can't really understand, but...
I can hardly imagine. Like, Infi always so scary. I was talking to a lot of Koreans and Chinese before this game, and their respect for Infi is amazing. They said, yeah, Foggy's been looking good, yeah, Foggy's been looking strong, but Infi is Infi, you know, Infi's always a threat. And I agree, he is, but I must say, I don't feel that he's in 100% perfect shape now, the human Iceman from China.
We haven't seen him with Human versus Night Elf in a long time. Foggy, on the other hand, the best Night Elf versus Human in the world. And now it's time to go into the booth.
谢谢，感谢现场的观众朋友们的欢呼啊！
This crowd is so wild. People came from all over China. I've talked to them quite a bit outside. People come up here. Neo, I saw you on stream 2 days ago. I saw you on DouYu. It's like, oh, nice. This feels so good. And we talked a bit. And yeah, they come from all over China here. The passion and love for Warcraft 3 is still strong. And here, welcome to our little studio. Close to the roof. We're here near the balcony to observe what's going on downstairs. It's a fucking amazing feeling.
Yeah, and already it is, as you pointed out, it is feeling totally different compared to the last couple of days. It's not just because of playoffs and group stages being the difference, it's because of the audience. Like feeling the passion of these guys, and I've already heard them, warming up. They've had some warm-up cheers here to get ready for the match, and I could totally see them tear the roof off. It's so much fun. It's the first time for us since Gamescom, the regional qualifiers back then for WCA 2015. That's been a while. It feels so amazing, man.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you look into our faces or Ugri's face or whatever's happening here. Everybody has such a huge smile on their face that Warcraft 3 gets this in 2018 for the summer finals of the Gold Championship Series.
I hope it transmits across the screen as well. I hope you guys are going to hear the audience, because it definitely, I can tell you, it feels very, very different. I've been looking forward to this for so long.
These guys downstairs, they're wild. And
Yeah,
if the right player wins, I mean, they're supporting everyone, actually. Like, some of them are just hoping for good games. There's, of course, the Big Moon fan club that's always here. Actually, there's some little banners prepared that I shared on Twitter and Instagram already. So everybody here has a little sign for their favorite player. It's fucking... This is what Warcraft deserves.
Yeah, we even have a fan or two from Germany, from
Shout
Russia,
out to Timo.
Making their way here. They're, of course, cheering for Foggy. Foggy has fans in China as well, but I think Infi is going to be their favorite here for their first game. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. The mood may hinge a little bit on Foggy here. We have been waiting for him to claim the title for so long, and this is going to perhaps set the pace for the rest of the game. But he's feeling confident. He has looked so strong in this matchup for so long. But I must say, a lot of that in the past has been about the Warden. How big of a factor is she going to be in this match?
In the round of 16, we had 6 Night Elves. We cut down to 3 Orcs, but only Focus left. The humans, Chimiko and Hawk, they said goodbye, and TBC and WFZ for the Undeads as well. So a very fair race distribution here in the playoffs. Who will stand on top? It's been quite a while for the Night Elves to claim a World Championship. We have seen TH win for the humans, 1-2-0 win for the Undeads, Fly win this tournament for the Orcs. Will it be a Night Elf this time? And of course the question, will it be a foreigner?
Yeah.
The Gold Championship Series has only been won by the Chinese players. It's time now for a Korean or a Ukrainian to claim the title. Whatever it is, we have seen Frostmournes, we have seen Defense Shields. We don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe they will spoil us tomorrow. Foggy, our man from the West, looking strong in the group stage. 4-0 clean sheet. No one was a threat to him. Not live, not WFZ. This boy has been a bronze medal winner. This guy has been a silver medal winner. And this is all about the gold this time.
Exactly. Only one way up from the last performance, where he came so close against TH in the grand final. Many of you were there to witness it with us. It was a crazy best of 7. So incredibly close. He was one step away. Now, one more step is all it takes for him for the World Championship.
He cannot slip, though. It's single elimination best of 5. If he loses once, he's out. Infi. He was not a favorite going into this tournament. Everybody was raving about TH, Lin, Foggy, maybe Moon 1-2-0. He's been playing Orc for the longest time in the playoffs. We don't know how good he is with his human against the rest of the races. He is pretty unpredictable. How much did he prepare really with his main race? But of course, he is one of the greatest players of all time. He has 11 Premiership titles and 3 World Championships with WCA, WCG, and as you can see, WEM as well.
He's been flying under the radar a little bit. It was reversed between the two human brothers for a long time, where Infi was the golden child, claimed all the titles, and TH was the one underperforming, perhaps, in a bit of a slump for a while. They seem to have shifted, and now this is exactly where we find out. How good is he? In what shape is he? Is he capable of making it far, of getting first place perhaps? I would dare to say he has gotten one of the toughest opponents for his first match in the playoffs.
I agree. Here we have the map picks and bans. Infi doesn't want to play on Ancient Isles, of course, because there's no expansion possible, really. Foggy vetoes Turtle Rock because we have seen so many close positions in this tournament on this map. Infi and TH always lucky with the spawning position. So we have 5 maps left and we start on Last Refuge.
Alright. Normal, or on a few maps, Night Elves will be very predictable with their first hero choice at least. The later strategy, not so much. Last Refuge used to be a Demon Hunter map all of the time, but that was changed. Was it actually Foggy who did it? Because when you go for 2 Agents of War, you can go for the Warden, you can go for heavy creeping. That's one of the strengths of Foggy. He is unpredictable for what hero and how much pressure he goes for. But one thing can be relied upon, he's going to try to punish your expansion, and he's one of the best in the game to do this.
This is going to be super interesting as it is the first World Championship on patch 1.29. Quite a bit has changed, especially for Foggy's playstyle. The Warden is not as mobile on level 5 anymore, the 1-second blink is gone, and the Alchemist has finally a spot in the meta game. Foggy was so strong with the Fan of Knives going into the humans' economy and of course casters to wreck them. Now we have the Alchemist, a lot of humans play them, especially the synergy with the Brilliance Aura is great, so Heal Spray gonna be everywhere. Is the Warden still strong? Will he still play her? Will he go back to the Demon Hunter? A lot of questions here for this matchup, especially with the unpredictability of Infi.
And that is where I start to feel a little bit worried, because the Warden was really the hero that propelled him to this enormous success. Also the new Terranas, by the way, a bit of a drawback for him, because, dude, when he perfected his playstyle of Warden on Terranas against human, it looked unbeatable. I don't know what anybody could do against that. But now, Warden, of course, before the Alchemist, she's still going to be as strong as before, I suppose. But Terrana stand, yeah, we're going to see that later, perhaps.
Yes.
But the big thing about the Warden was she was very mobile, and she had that big potential for burst damage, you know, AoE or single target. Now, of course, AoE Heal Spray is perfect, but also against the ticking instances of Shadow Strike, Heal Spray is also good.
Yes.
So Alchemist seems to be a good answer to her. Can he still make her work? How does he play that? Or is it really going to be Demon all the way?
If you play Alchemist, of course, you lack the Mountain King, and that was one of the big things to control the Warden with the Stormbolt. There's going to be a lag, maybe. Maybe he plays him third, but I don't really think so. We have seen a lot of Tier 3 of Infi against Night Elf in the past. That's pretty unpredictable here to see what's coming. So we had a few votes throughout the community, and of course, the Western votes are always a little bit tend towards Foggy. Our straw poll was 73% of you were sure that Foggy's going to take it. On readmore.de, it looked a little different, 30% only. So the international audience or the German audience, who will be right? Of course, we're hoping for a Ukrainian win here. The winner will face either TH or Lin, so this bracket, the top part of the bracket, not going to be easy at all.
Yeah, it's but going to be a lot of fun.
Indeed,
certainly.
Indeed.
So if you can excuse us, this might be a bit of a biased cast. We've been following Foggy and his amazing success for so long, and the last time that a European has won a world championship has been so long ago. It's really about time.
It is, man. Grubby was it, of course, back in the day. But once again, talking about these players, these 8 players shared every single Premier tournament win since 2012. The last one outside of these 8 players who won a big tournament was Ted, WCG 2012. And this seems to be like since forever. This is the pinnacle of Warcraft for a very, very long time. No surprises this time, no underdogs this time. Foggy and Lolita may be the smallest names in the grid. Fly may have the least potential, but man, it's such a stacked quarterfinal and everything can happen here.
Yeah. And it's also cool to see, you know, we do have the old dogs who have won so much in the past, but we also have these newcomers from the last 2-3 years maybe. Foggy and 1-0, some of the strongest players will be contending with the legends of Infi, Moon, Lin. And this is where we start our first game of the playoffs. The quarterfinals between Foggy and Infi. In the bottom left, we have starting the legend from Ukraine, Foggy, in the blue.
25 years old he is. As we mentioned, the silver medal of GCS, the best performance that he ever did. In the upper right, we have Infi, a multiple-time world champion, but not in tip-top shape. He made it out of the group stage only as a second place, while Foggy won his group. But of course, the successor of Infi was 1-2-0, so there's no shame in that. Infi is playing human. He's not switching to orc. That's the first good sign here. The crowd wants more, with a lot of TH signs here, as it seems, and Moon, of course. So it's an Archmage, no Mountain King first. The bigger question is, what is Foggy's choice?
Exactly. What's the hero gonna be, and how aggressively is he gonna play this? When is TH gonna expand? How well can he pressure that expansion? And perhaps the most important thing of all, is there gonna be a counter expansion? And will it be cancelled? How easily will Foggy get it up? Now, normally the meta game nowadays is mostly about, you know, getting that counter expansion up. In the past we saw a lot more aggressive play from Night Elves. Tier 1 Siege we called it, with Mercs perhaps, with with the, Huntresses and the APs and the Glaive Throwers to punish that expansion. That looked so powerful for such a long time, but it fell out of the meta heavily. Was around 10 months ago, before our last GCS winter, where Foggy took second place. So this opening is still very variable. He can play this aggressively, he can play this passively, but already the Demon is going to finish this entire creep camp, not gonna pick up only the item and then move across. That's something that he has done last time around, because if he had gone north right away, he could be pressuring this with Immolation if he wants to commit really hard, or just with mana burn. But Foggy's taken a more passive stance here in the early.
Yeah, it's a little surprising actually, because he was super aggressive, like a rabid Wolverine most of the time in his matchup versus Night Elf. Maybe Infi expected that, and maybe he wants to throw him off a little bit. Archmage making his way to the expansion immediately, so that is going to be the second gold mine for the Chinese human. Foggy, really slow approach. Is he building some kind of Huntress Hall behind that? We're checking the main base. We don't see any of it. Infi is scouting for it as well. So it's only archers and a fast tech.
Exactly. Infi's also wondering, what are you doing? Alright, there it is. It is the fast tech. He does see it. Archmage hits level 2 before the Demon arrives. That's important. He's going to have better mana regen now and a little bit better stats. Demon with the evasion and the mana burn, already pretty powerful. Only 2 footies here, one has been sent away for creeping, but the trading game usually greatly favoring the Night Elf thanks to Moonwells. Now actually Infi can go for more heavily because he found that replenishment potion, and look at that peasant micro! Saves the one hurt into the back. Well done. First strong move by the human.
One of the many specialties of the Iceman. His control of peasants to save them is incredibly strong. Same goes for his footman control, which you can see here. No last hit for Foggy. So the very early game slightly towards the Chinese. Foggy, what are you doing now? Staff time? He's healing up a little, getting some mana back. It's boots time. Okay, he wants to chase the Archmage, who's also healing up. He can cancel that with a mana burn. And now, how can the Archmage run away?
I think he has to get his own boots of speed, right? Unless he has a beautiful block here. Wisp coming in for his own block. Doesn't quite manage to get it, but yeah, AM will be forced into his own boots. If you have the movement speed disadvantage, the Demon is just going to be able to run you down. Those agility heroes, of course, Blade Master and Demon Hunter, the best at trading. That's what we call like punching one another, basically. And of course, he's going to have the Moonwell healing. That's the issue for humans. They don't have that easy healing. They don't go for the shop early. So if you drop low early on into the game, your options are going to be limited.
Infi already a little aggressive with his footman there, but that's also going for Foggy. The tower is not up, so he can do some damage against the peasants. But you see the one hurt is not accessible, and Infi has a little niche here for the footman, for the peasants, saving the second one and the third one. Tremendous play by the Chinese.
And the building placement is absolutely outstanding. And now the Hunter's Hall. Oh no! Foggy, this used to be the plague for him. He used to forget about this building, and that of course delays the Dryads by so much. Now he gets it in time, but he may get it cancelled. Is he gonna get it cancelled though? As I said earlier, with the Archmage dropping low, there is not too much he can dare to do anymore, but the footies, once again, Infi and his footman. He gets so much mileage out of these units, he cancels the Hunter's Hall, and that's gonna delay the tech by so damn much. Tier 2 is finished, and we don't have a Hunter's Hall yet. This not even coming up. I guess he's making it somewhere else perhaps, but this is a terrific early game for Infi.
He could still go for... Oh, there's an expansion coming. He could still go for a desperation move with talents without the Hunter's Hall. But yeah, now that the expansion is coming up, this should not be Foggy's game at all. He gets one more kill. The Demon Hunter is the absolute carry, and he is going for an Alchemist. We expected this hero on the other side.
This is what we heard actually from the Koreans. This is Moon style. You go Alchemist second, you go Dryads, a lot of them, and then go Bears only a lot later. And with the slow and the minus armor, you can apply so much pressure. But there's not gonna be Dryads now, thanks to that cancel for such a long time. So how well can he really utilize this? AM in the back, really low HP, maybe forced into a TP here. Can he block with the archers?
There's damage over time now. Regen Scroll coming. Can't use it right now, but the Demon Hunter has to TP out. 350 gold gone, and more time for Infi for his expansion to pay off. The Archmage is super hurt, but the damage is not gonna be enough, or is it? 6 HP, man. That was... just barely surviving this old man. Infi with a tremendous start, and now luck in his favor as well.
Oh man, that could have been perhaps blocked a little bit better with the archers there. But alright, at least the AM is super low. He doesn't have Priest, he doesn't have a Paladin or mana or healing potions or anything. So he has to rely on the slow regeneration of the Scroll of Regeneration, which he's not even using here. Instead, he decides to creep to finally get that level 3. The impeccable Footman scouting keeps on progressing. We have the Row of the Magi, which I don't know. Could be
For the
nice for the
Alchemist,
Alchemist, I suppose, for more
indeed.
mana.
Now the Hunter's Hall is finished and the Lores are coming, so Foggy's Dryads might be late, but they're still coming. He's not giving up this game, of course. Every single map is so hard to get against an Infi. The human will explode into 70 food at one point. He's gathering gold already. You see him at 1000 to get the second hero, to get... Yeah, we don't really know what he's gonna play. Riflemen, mortar teams, casters, going tier 3 immediately. Lots of options for the humans in this matchup.
Infi known to make great use of his footies. Alchemist should be pretty good against them, right? Again, I'm just speculating here. I've never seen this before, only heard about it before, because Infi normally amazing at utilizing them so well against the expansion, even when it's entangling. Blood Mage second.
Very unusual choice for Infi.
Yeah, Siphon mana against the Alchemist.
Also a good choice to get banished against the Demon Hunter, especially if he should get his ultimate later. You can still banish it and prevent the damage.
And if Foggy wants to go for some focused fire, you know, with Acid Bomb and Dryad Slow, it's also going to be very nice for the banish. But first he has to reach level 2. Oh, he cancelled it! He cancelled the second hero Blood Mage. He went for something at the tavern. We see it on the minimap. We're going to see it on screen here in just a moment. Level 2, by the way, for the Alchemist. Lots of mana here with these items. And it's the Naga second instead.
With so many footmen, totally understandable that he goes for more aggression. Naga, very explosive hero. It's not a tier 3 tech. He thinks that he can't survive that long, I guess, and going for double Sanctum casters. The question now is, where's the damage coming from? Is he going for Rifleman? Is he going for mortar teams, or will he transition into Blizzard?
Oh, this could be a nice creep jack here. Foggy was expecting this because the humans always go for that Scrolls of Healing, and now he's coming in with the Acid Bomb, with his ranged army. But there is defend, so these footies will take very little damage from all of this piercing of the Night Elf side.
Yeah, and he didn't hit too much. First heal spray being used on the Demon Hunter, but he's still very, very hurt. Reveal being used as well, and Infi, despite being creep check here, defends this very well. There's still a lot of ensnares, so potential kills for Foggy in this regard, but as you see, defend is just so strong against this mass piercing.
Ancient of Wars coming in to help. I like that, of course. The defend won't affect the normal damage from the Ancient of Wars. Finally has the spell. We didn't see Abolish for the longest time because of how late these lores were. Made everything so difficult now. Demon dropping low. Even the Scroll of the Beast here being committed. Can he force the TP out of the Demon? He doesn't have the TP.
Nope.
He transferred it, I suppose.
No, he used it before. I don't think he rebought it. Still Acid Bomb ticking on the Footman, which is nice. He gets a kill on the Rifleman to reduce the damage against the Dryad, but there's still one more coming from the main. Foggy, how deep can he commit to this? He's sending the Demon Hunter back to play this a little safe, but also the Alchemist is quite low. Does he have some items anymore? Otherwise he could be dead. Nice Footman block by Infi, and nice focus as well. Alchemist dies. Naga with great slow coming in here. Infi, good control.
The level 2 hero will take a while to come back, excuse me. And the Naga did get her level 2 from this. So this was not the best trade for Foggy, but it did buy time for the expansion.
Agreed.
The entangling was not being cancelled by the human, which oftentimes will be the case. So it is going to start mining now. He is going to get his bears. Is he going to get them in time?
That's the question. And will Infi transition into Blizzard? He gives the big mana potion over to the Naga for more Fog Lightning later. Everything is hurt by Infi, but of course Foggy is at the moment not in a position to punish this. He's creeping up. Level 3 on the Demon Hunter. Could be a level 4 creep here with the additional experience that he gets now that the Alchemist is gone. And of course a big item. Is this a Book of the Dead? Maybe. No, Ark of Reincarnation. That was an item that helped him tremendously in the group stage.
Push is already coming. 70 supply, you said. It's even earlier here. 66. He wants to strike while the iron is hot, while the Alchemist is still not there. By the way, we just saw the tech. It just started! This tier 3 is so late. Bears are so far away, and the militia, the police have been called. They want to send him to the cell. They want to arrest Foggy and force this into a quick game 2. If, however, Foggy can hold on here, he should be in a good position.
No mercy, Infi. He's retreating a little. The militia duration is about to expire. He's coming in with towers, obviously. Infi, the 6th raise, the tower raise. People have a few banners here. There is a tower right next to his name. Alchemist is back. But how much can he do here? 20 supply difference in favor of the Chinese. No static defense, no APs, no engines of war. Is a hero kill maybe an answer? There's a town portal on the Archmage, there's an invo potion on the Naga.
Foggy finally went into upkeep, but he waited so long to do this. Mercenaries as well. The Ogre Mauler gonna provide a lot of blocking power in the front line. Ancient of War is coming in to help as well. Gonna take a little bit longer though. Level 4 for the Demon. Just got a lot more tanky. Also getting healed up by that heal spray. You can see in his inventory. He's gonna survive for quite a bit, but can he punch through this human force? He doesn't have the bears. He doesn't have the damage really. Also no Panda. Obviously he's going for the healing instead. Double level up for him. That's level 3 for his Alchemist. More healing. And that's the change of the patch. You don't heal the enemy anymore, but so many of these Dryads are dying. Looks like he's trying to force the TP out of the Archmage, but he's still so healthy.
And the Demon Hunter will fall, but there is an Ankh of Reincarnation, so he is coming back. Alchemist is super low though, has no heal spray anymore, and now Foggy has to retreat. The first tower is up. Engine of War needs to get some damage done here, otherwise the towers will just do the job. Alchemist is about to drop for the second time. How long can he survive this?
Ancient of War bought a little bit of time, but not too much. The Tree of Life still super low. He has to mass repair with the Wisp. That obviously means that he doesn't have gold income at the moment. Fog Lightning coming in against them as well. Demon once again engaging. He wants to force this TP. He wants to force this Archmage away. Just leave me alone. Just go home. This is not your base. Is he going to be able to do this? He's dropping real low.
Invo Potion transferred, so he can stay a little longer there. Demon Hunter down again. How much mana? It's still Fog Lightning coming in. How much mana is still there for the heal spray? It seems to be enough. Demon Hunter surviving. He is the absolute MVP of this army, but the Alchemist without his support, what can he do? Not too much, I guess. Second hero down for the second time. Fog Lightning rattling through again, and now the Demon Hunter without his goblin friend has to retreat, and this gives up this expo.
He's gonna get potions here. How many are left in that shop? They are at a certain amount. It's not enough. GG! And the 1-0 lead for Infi.
What a strong game by the one-time GCS winner. What an early game. What a unpunished expansion.
Yes, exactly.
Absolute key to his victory. Super fast and not punished by Foggy at all.
So unusual. Normally Foggy will always be harassing this, will always be looking to kill some peasants, kill some water elementals, maybe ideally steal some creeps, but he took his time there. Went to level 2 first instead, and what really started spiraling everything out of control, that Hunter Soul kill. If he has Dryads earlier in the mid-game, he is going to be way more dominant in the middle of the map. That cancellation made all the difference, and then Infi has the lead, grabs it, doesn't give it up, and executes.
It's a best of 5, so it's only a 1-0 lead for Infi, not match points yet, but this might be better for the later stages of this series. If you have the advantage early, then of course you can always counter. I mean, it's Foggy's map choice now. If he equalizes, it's Infi's match point to take the lead, and whoever gets 2 points first has a major psychological advantage, because like Foggy will be back up against the wall then. We will see though. With his map choice being on Foggy's side now, he should feel confident. He must have a very decent game plan. You always have your favorite maps as a Night Elf, as a player personally, so this will be his best shot to kill Infi now. Interesting enough, Foggy has never beaten Infi in competitions, so they met twice at Gold Series competitions. The first time Infi defeated him 2-0, the second time Infi defeated him 2-1, so Foggy is getting closer. That was all best of 3, now we have best of 5, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, and you touched on the maps there. And I would say that was one of the better human maps. Of course, we're still going to have Echo Isles, which can be, you know, a double-edged sword. Here we have the recap as well. And the most interesting thing I guess we see here in recap is the Alchemist. How did that hero do? Was he better than a Naga second? Was he better than a Panda second? I feel like he squandered his potential, or he was not allowed his potential because of those late Dryads. If you have the late Dryad, the earlier Dryads, excuse me, and the Acid Bomb, I can totally see him being super effective backed up by a demon. But in that game, I don't know. The heal spray in the end looked okay, but he didn't have any damage.
Yeah, I think the problem was that the synergy of Acid Bomb and Mass Dryad Focus is nice, but there was already defend and the lack of piercing damage from the Dryad. So what can you really do? The Demon Hunter, yeah, can do some, but if you micro well, then you can retreat your hurt units and they don't die. That's exactly what we saw here. The Alchemist can be great if you have the Dryads, but Foggy may be a little robotic or too focused on his game plan that he had in his head before, not adapting to a Naga or a Panda. And maybe that broke his neck here. What's his game plan It's Twisted Meadows, of course. Moon is his big idol, and
Alright.
Twisted Meadows is Moon Meadows.
Great for long drawn-out games, macro games. Also really good for a Warden. Didn't see it on LR, she's still rather unusual there, but this is where we used to see Warden all the time. You can go for an easy Agent of War creep first, get a lot of experience, if you're lucky even get Merc support, eat through the trees, bam, next camp, and suddenly you're almost level 3. That's the Warden of the past. She has been changed, but more importantly, the Alchemist has become viable. Is she still playable? Is she still so powerful?
I think the question that we have to raise first is Infi gonna play TH style? Is this a Tinker Tower push? Is this a Naga Tower push? Is this maybe an Archmage Tower push?
And does Foggy think it might be?
Yes.
I talked to him yesterday, and I asked him, well, everybody knows that TH will oftentimes use that Tinker Tower push / Naga Tower push. What do you think about Infi? Do you think he's capable of it? And he said, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like, yeah, they play exactly the same.
Yeah. Which is not really the case. Infi more macro-oriented usually, TH more creative, more crazy sometimes, I would say. For a long, long time, TH was the only one playing this Tinker push, playing this Naga push. Infi has this in his repertoire, but uses it way less often, I guess, so...
This would be a decent map for it, though. It's your opponent's map pick. You have the lead anyways. You know if this goes late and you give him that super strong Warden, that's every time a difficult game against Foggy.
Yes.
So, whip out the cheese. You can do it here.
Okay. Otherwise, of course, on this map, you can still go Archmage first, expansion, especially tank play. Like, we've seen so many expansions here on Twisted Meadows in Night Elf versus Human games that would be pretty good for Foggy, I think. Everybody praises Infi as this super macro player, but man, have we seen duels of Foggy versus Romantic, another great Night Elf human from China, where it went for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, X amount of bases, tanks attack, left, right, center. But he is so well in defending this. I think if only a few Night Elves in the world have the talent and potential to defend those play styles, Foggy is certainly one of them.
And if we take a look at the grand final last time, Twisted Meadows, TH played against him. Everybody was expecting a macro game, and Foggy countered it. Blind countered it. He expected, I think it was an instant expansion by TH, I'm pretty sure. And he played super aggressive with his demons, stayed tier 1, mass hunts, never let up the pressure.
Absolutely.
It was so close, dude. He almost lost the series right there, but he just barely made it work and brought it to the final map, I think it was back then. And that's Foggy. That's Foggy in a nutshell. He tries to trick you into a build that's favoring him. He tries to play around the meta. For those of you who watched the group stages will know this. Against Live, he played pot and push twice.
Yes.
Nobody plays that. Maybe Moon plays that every now and then, but pretty much nobody plays that. And that's also, again, what he said to me. Yes, great mechanics. You need that to be, in competition for the best titles. But he thinks what's more important than perfect micro is the right strategy. He has so many strats up his sleeve. He can choose from such a wide variety in this matchup. So can Infi.
Exactly.
So already the first minute will be so interesting. Which build are they going to go for? Who's going to be favored then? Could be a lot determined very early on in the next map.
But, both players have an amazing mind for this game. Infi, of course, legendary. Everybody says like, oh, Infi only can build towers, but man, that is so wrong. I mean, it was kind of the case in 2009 maybe where he built a lot of towers, but that was kind of the meta game back then. He just pushed it to the next level, and with that he was the most successful player, so he did it the best. Now, he's not that dominant anymore, with the top of the scene being closer together, I think. But he has these runs in tournaments where it seems like nobody can stop him. This one GCS where he lost to 1-0 in the final was one of them, where nobody really expected him to go there, and then boom, he's there. Because he has the micro, he has the macro always, and if he has a good day and a good game plan and he executes it well, he's top 3 in the world.
I like that you mentioned the game plan. I feel like that's something that also Foggy puts way more priority on
nowadays,
than a lot of other players.
Yes.
He always states that I have a certain plan for any map, and I've faced so many different, possibilities that I know how to react usually to any given situation. I always felt like he never suffers from nervousness.
Yes.
Talked to him about that, and he says, yeah, I think why I'm more calm is because I have a game plan, because I have a script to stick with, basically.
Yeah,
whereas
but
other players might improvise.
We saw it on Last Refuge. If he sticks to it too much, maybe that's a downside now.
Yeah, I agree. That Alchemist timing in the mid game, I think it has to be accompanied with early Dryads if you want to make it work.
Yeah, 2,200 people already. Thanks, guys, for tuning in early. This day is going to be effing amazing with 4 quarterfinals, all best of 5. TH versus Lin to follow this up. Then we have Moon fighting for his first world championship here at the Gold Championship Series. And of course, 1-2-0 versus Fly as well. But that doesn't matter right now. What matters is the second map of Foggy versus Infi. The Ukrainian is 1 map down, but this is his choice. Welcome to Twisted Meadows. Welcome to map 2.
And we already said it, it's going to be a lot of about build orders. If Infi goes for this unusual barracks first, Tinker tower push, then defending with a Warden already is going to be tough. And look at this base. Guess what? The altar is laid, the barracks is fast, this is going to be a neutral hero, and most likely a push, but it doesn't have to be.
Exactly. TH played a Tinker here, and the Tinker was used to expand. So maybe that is... Oh, we see Foggy signs there. Nice to see that, actually. A lot of Fly fans, surprisingly.
Yeah, he's the strongest orc in China that there has ever been. And maybe surprisingly making it into the playoffs here. But anyways, it's going to be a story for later. So, first hero is the Demon Hunter.
Yeah, I like that.
Not going for the Warden.
More solid, less flashy, but certainly more solid. Will he scout this? He's scouting counterclockwise. That means the position where Infi is will be scouted last. The Ancient of War is in a position where, yeah, of course, he can't defend the base. He's outside. He wants to go for the nulls. This looks like a decent opening for Infi once again.
And Infi, very interestingly, scouting cross-map first to see a possible Ancient of War at the Mercap. That's not the case, of course. He doesn't know where Foggy is yet. He doesn't know where exactly he's playing yet. Scouting with a Peasant now as well. That's when the 2 players are first going to see each other. There it is. So does Foggy know the footman timing so perfectly well that he can already tell that this is a barracks first? Hard to do, of course, especially when you're not a human player. So, first item here, Claws of Attack would already be a great help, and he gets him as well. Okay. That's what we want to see.
And there's the Tinker, but Infi is not rushing him at all. He's going to the bottom left where the next gold mine is. So exactly the same game plan with a different hero. Fast expansion, secure it early, get the advantage, transition into tier 2, and then explode into 70 supply and push whatever the Night Elf has.
But Foggy's early here this time to punish it. He should be at almost 200 experience to start this harassment. 1 kill and he's level 2. That's going to be a big advantage. He's coming in from the north. What does he have? Immolation perhaps? That could be very painful.
He has mana burn first, so no immolation. But as you said, 1 kill. Infi is super good at saving these footmen. Clockworks are helping, of course, as well with the guaranteed damage. Next, mana burn. So who's gonna get this one? He can't mana burn the Ogre, but he gets the kill. The item goes to the Tinker, and that's the Ring of Regeneration. Very nice for him.
1 more footy dies. The next one is super hurt. Another Peasant dies. Tinker hits level 2 here. And yes, the item's good, and he has a bit of right click here. But this is still very expensive. Creep still not dead yet. This may even go to Foggy here if he lines up the last hit.
Looks like it. No, not really, but he's getting more and more. This expansion will be super late. He has to call new militia. It's 1 kill after another against the workers, and now it's just right-click against the Tinker without mana. What does a Tinker without mana provide? Absolutely nothing. No Pocket Factory, no win. Foggy is losing a lot of HP here. New militia is coming. Tinker is running away, but man, this will cost Infi some time. I would love to know what Foggy is doing. He's not attacking. Huntress backup.
Alright, so super aggro or counter expansion? That's the question. He could go for that. By the way, that Ring of Regen coming in so handy right now. Would be much harder for him to regenerate had he not find that permanent item.
That was Infi's strategy, by the way, against Hunter in the group stage as well. Hunter was pressing hard against this Expo, but failed in the end.
He sells the TP. I think he did it in the first game as well, right? We were so surprised the TP wasn't there anymore.
He used it back at the expansion.
Ah, yeah, of course, he got surrounded back there. I'm sorry, I forgot about that one. So, more peasants being slaughtered. Huntresses drawing out the creeps here. He's going to get Merc support. This is going to be a lot of pressure added down south. No counter expansion inside for Foggy. This puts a bit of pressure onto him as well. He has to do big damage here. Yeah. Is he going to all-in pressure this, or will there be a counter expansion at some point?
Classic Foggy play on Twisted Meadows with a lot of mercenaries. Piercing damage is great to keep the towers down, and as long as there are no towers... Oh, Infi has no resources for the power build! The expansion is even later! So how much damage can he do now? It's 6 peasants, so he's trying to. The Huntress, of course, area of effect damage against the workers is nice. He's going in for the block, messes it up, just like on last Refuge. Will this cost him the game again?
Commits so hard for this Tinker. Is this the right choice? Almost a surround there, but he gets out of it. He wants to block this Tinker's way. Wants to force a TP here, perhaps. Can he block him? Can he keep him there?
Oh, looks... I don't know if there's enough damage. The block is insane on Foggy's side. The Shadow Priest even there to heal him. The Demon Hunter is coming. He has no boots, and it seems forces the town portal. But was this enough time for the expansion? Yes, it was. Foggy, is he following him into the main? There is no shop. The Tinker can't heal right now.
That Ring of Regen, though.
Yeah, the Ring of Regen has so much value, it's absolutely insane. But also, where is the defense? Does he have defense yet on the Footman? I don't think so. And the piercing damage is good. Counter expansion from the Ukrainian.
I like that move. He's not going all in. He's staffing home? No, towards the Wisp here. He's looking for the Tinker. He's not going to find him, though. He's at the other side. He's at the shop of the Night Elves. Scouting the main. Not seeing much there. Pressure is subsiding at the human expansion, so with this, Infi may feel, alright, this is not going to be an all-in. This is going to be a counter expansion. Is he going to look for it? He's scouting in the main of the Night Elf. Doesn't have the mana for a Pocket Factory right now, so he can't do all that much at the moment.
This is so... like, Infi again, how he miraculously finds a way to buy time, and now the Tinker has the mana for the Pocket Factory again, and this might be the kill. Or is he in time for the mana burn? If he has no Pocket Factory, this is no kill. Where's... or he has also no mana for the mana burn, right? So Infi gets the Pocket Factory out.
He has to kill the Pocket Factory.
Second.
He has to kill the Pocket Factory. He's being distracted here down south. Or... Foggy knows the damage of the Pocket Factory. Maybe only one Pocket Factory is not good enough, but I think it is.
It's 3 Clockworks, and when they explode, they do extra damage. Tinker is coming back in. This does not work at all. Foggy is in so much trouble. No tech, no expo.
That is such a big find. That is game... I don't want to say game winning, but game saving for Infi.
Absolutely.
And shouldn't have Foggy focused on that Pocket Factory. It's only level 1. It doesn't survive so long. The demon does have the claws. Maybe could have been able to take that one out, but smart play. Exactly what Infi needed.
Yeah, with the passive and the boots, the Tinker is so fast, you can just run away. There's not too much supply by Foggy, so I guess he's tacking behind this as well. He must be ahead, but not by too much, and defense is coming again, and you saw how good this was on last Refuge.
Yeah, for that next attack, he's gonna have very strong footmen. Is there gonna be another counter expo? Yes, there is. Can he find it again? There's one red dot scouting. We're gonna see it right here. It's a footy. He is gonna see it. He does have the staff. He can go over there. He can deploy the Pocket Factory.
Kind of like a Dota Tinker, right? Going everywhere, use the machines. Even creeping now, but the Demon Hunter is there. What can he do? Is he a little busy with the Clockworks? Even a Zeppelin now, so more harassment potential for Infi. And also, he can just put on his Footman in there and just fly away. This is going to be a level 3 Tinker for him. And Foggy not out-leveling him, not getting close to an ultimate. And this is Vamp Aura. Okay, not that great.
Oh, he has Telestaff. Guess where he's
no.
going.
Oh no. This is disaster. Does he have the mana? Yes, he does. Pocket Factory level 2. The Demon Hunter is there. Will he kill the Pocket Factory this time?
Where's his army? There it is. Alright, he has quite a bit of damage here. Is it going to be good enough? So far we only have 2 Clockwork Goblins. Pretty sure a third one's going to spawn. Yep, there it is. Is he going to take him out early? Difficult to choose here. What's he going to focus on? He's sending in something for repair. It's going to be close, but it's not good enough. Infi once again, the perfect scout. The perfect response. Gets the cancel again.
Just incredible how he knows exactly what to do. And now it's an Ancient of Wind and an Ancient of Lore, so he's not going Mass Dryads, he's not rushing Bears, he wants the Hippogriff against the Zeppelin strategy, which is a nice thing to do. Little bit of Moon style once again, but Infi has so many footmen to work with defend. This is so much meat. And where's the damage? It's again a lot of piercing. It's again a Demon Hunter, but it's not overwhelming. And the timing of Infi is impeccable. Can he even... oh, he's not... he's ignoring the Ancient of Lore and going for the base.
As a Panda, though, he's going to help a lot here. He doesn't have Breath of Fire, but rather the Drunken Haze. I like that second hero choice. It's pretty likely that this is going to go into tanks. And of course, Panda the best weapon against this. So, Infi is annoying, but this Gold Mine should finish. And there's gonna be a Hippo soon as well.
No Breath of Fire at the moment, but a lot of missed chances, so this Entangled Goldmine stays alive. Infi, of course, for the longest time on 2 bases now. The Hippo is there. If he can kill them above the trees, then of course everything's gonna die. Would be nice to force a town portal here. He's not unloading the Tinker.
He's staffed back home.
Ah, okay, so the footmen are trapped on the island for a very long time.
And there's tier 3. This is gonna be a tank game. This is gonna be long and drawn out. Second Zeppelin comes though. Doesn't have a long... for a second I thought he was gonna load up some peasants for building some towers, but no. Okay, here we go. Workshops, tier 3, solo Tinker, tanks. There's gonna be no real fight this game. This is just gonna be tanks hitting the bases over and over.
But this is where Foggy is really, really strong when defending at multiple places at once. It's only... I was just about to say, it's only double Workshop, but 2 Griffin Aviaries, 1 Griffin Aviary as well, to counter the Hippo most likely.
Yep,
or the Hippos, exactly, for the Shackle. But if it's only 2 Workshops, is there enough threatening of Infi for Foggy? I don't know, man.
I like the 2 Hippos, by the way. So he has... if one gets shackled, the other one will still be there.
Yeah. Backup Hippo.
Yeah. Level 2 for the Panda. He needs to get level 3, and that quickly. Tinker, super low HP.
Tier 3 by Foggy now. Of course, he wants Master Bears for the normal damage against the tanks. Nice regen scroll here. But he also has the Engine of Wind already for Talon, so he doesn't have to invest in that. The first amount of tanks will be Fury Fired, less armor. It should certainly be nice for him.
And here they come. The first 2 tanks already. Peasants being denied. He's gonna remain in no upkeep for a long time. He wants to get the economic advantage. With... Oh, he's not moving the tree. Did he forget about the tree?
Okay, staffing away. No potential here, but... Oh, the Panda. Breath of Fire. That was quite nice, but only level 1. Not enough damage to kill the Tinker here. Too much armor. And yeah, the Ring of Regen, man. There's so few games where this item is actually important, but this is one of them.
Yeah, this would have been so much more pressure from Foggy. Would have been a completely different game. Last hit does not go to the Panda, but he gets the item, the ring +3. Well, I don't know if that one's going to be too impactful. Does the Tinker have a TP here to get out? Yes, he does.
He does.
Doesn't want to feed all of these footies away. There's going to be a lot of experience.
Oh,
and
is there enough damage to kill something? He needs experience desperately. Foggy's not focusing till the end. Focuses on the creeps rather, or wants to save his own units in the back. So Infi once again like defending everything. Engine of War now coming. Foggy does not have to go into upkeep. That's okay. He can use his resources to build some more Engines of War. And is it gonna be enough?
Of course he knows tanks will be coming, and he's absolutely right about that. Here is the first Hawk. Upgrades coming in. Where are those tanks? When are they gonna hit? When they're hitting early with only 2 and they don't have too many upgrades, it's not that scary, honestly. Once it's like, oh, there they are. They're in the Zeppelin. 2 tank drop on its way.
Will he see this, though? I don't think so.
He has Ultra Vision, right? So maybe he did see it.
The Wisp sees it. Pretty sure he did. If, of course, he has his vision there. It's just a tiny red dot. You have to keep your eyes on the minimap. Tier 3 is done. Master training for the Bears not too far away.
There's 2 Hawks now, actually, so I can deal with the 2 Hippogriffs, in fact. And the
Mana burning one, interesting enough.
So he can't use Shackle, I guess. That's really nice.
Okay, but here are the tanks. But as I said, are 2 enough? He's uprooting the lores.
He's not producing anything from them at the moment, I guess. So, has to respond to this. Also has to respond to the Zeppelin. This is a lot of multitasking being demanded of Foggy. Panda staffing in, I imagine. He has 1 Breath of Fire only, though.
It will take some time to get rid of them, and Infi is, of course, expanding again. This is what the tanks are known for, buying time for something else, and Infi is Infi with mass bases.
But this is a pretty decent attack squad here. 1 Dryad, 1 Huntress, and the Demon. Is it going to be good enough to cancel all of these towers? I'm not quite so certain. In the main, he kept his entangled gold mine alive. That's important. He's also going to run down this Zeppelin. He also has Angels of War, 3 of them in position. As you said, he's good at defending this. So far, it's looking solid from the Night Owl.
Okay, a Dryad might fall here. Additional damage for the Tinker. So many towers. Infinite towers, as they call him here. The tower race is real. Can he kill, like, all of them? Never. There's an item on the ground, but he doesn't want to commit for it. Maybe he's a little, overwhelmed at the moment.
No telestaff on this demon, by the way. If he had gotten surrounded, dangerous.
Oh.
Panda's coming in though. Has Breath of Fire, but that was the last one.
Only has one more soon.
Alright. But it's too many.
I think so too. Oh, nice staff. Or one of mana stealing being used. But yeah, towers should be up.
Can he run down this demon? Is he fast enough? Shouldn't be. No. So, Panda gonna do more damage here. Is he in danger of dying? He does have a telestaff. He has 2 telestaffs, by the way.
Yeah.
But the towers stand up. And once there's such a big amount of towers, it's really hard to take him out.
Yeah, what can you really do? I mean, except Chimeras, you don't want to commit with all your bears against this. Only now Bear's master training is finishing. He goes for a 3rd Ancient of Lore with only 300 gold that he had.
I think it's the 2nd, right? Because the first one was an Ancient of Wind.
He has 2 already in the base. That's his 3rd one now.
Alright, here we go.
Oh, Shackles! They're all finishing these hippos! So additional supply lost for Foggy, and the tanks... Are they overwhelming him? Yeah, he lost the gold mine there. And the Panda as well! Foggy's multitasking! Not on point for the first time in forever! And Infi takes the 2-0 lead in this best of 5. 3 match points in a row.
Damn! I wasn't expecting this. Very few people were expecting this.
A Tinker first expansion. And this is everything that Foggy is known for, like, or so much of it. He was certainly not on point today, man. We've seen the past quarterfinals against Romantic, how long he could drag out these games, how well he reacted to every single attack. But that was actually pretty sloppy.
The Panda lost in the end, certainly, and not looking at these hippos. But even if he defends that a little bit better, the 2 expo cancels, those were like the determining factor. Had he gotten that expo 2 minutes earlier, this would have been looking so much different. He would have had bears earlier and maybe mercs and maybe more hippos. Would have been a very different game.
What a sick timing by Infi already, man. Again, like on last refuge, cancelling the Huntress Hall. Here, cancelling the expansion twice.
Yeah.
I mean, we can discuss if it was a mistake by Foggy to not go for the Pocket Factory when he tried it for the first time. I think it was. I think he can cancel it then.
I think so too.
But this is harsh, man. Absolutely harsh.
And Foggy also committed so hard for that Tinker early. Tried to force a TP, tried to expose that expansion, do more damage. Maybe not calculating in the Ring of Regen. That helped him out so much in the early game.
Absolutely.
Perhaps also the first counter expansion attempt already came a little bit late, perhaps. He went for Huntress, Shadow Priest, Stroll, and then expansion.
That's normal for Foggy, though. He played this so many times on this map against Human, and it worked out more times than it didn't. So him going back to that mass merc harass early, I can certainly see why. But Infi was just too strong, and Infi reacted perfectly to this. I mean, there could have been more pressure, there could have been more Huntress, but Infi kept him so busy with the staffs, with the pocket factories, and of course he knew exactly when he had to be where, and he was there when it counted, and that's why he had the big advantage in the early mid-game.
I think that's the summary so far. Infi completely on point, and Foggy, for once the timings aren't with him. For once he's exposing some weaknesses.
Yeah. It's absolutely insane how Infi can step up his game at GCSs when it's, at least at summer. In winter, maybe not that great, but when it's warm outside, it's Infi time. So, next pick is Amazonia.
Alright. A map where the immolation harass from the Demon Hunter became renowned across the world. Foggy can look so powerful with this. Then later on in the meta, the Warden was introduced here. When the humans started reacting with an instant expansion, the Night Elf went for the Warden first and just click on that Archmage. He's only going to be level 2 forever. He's super squishy. There's a lot of things to be worried about here if you're the human. The Night Elf can apply a lot of pressure, and I hope Foggy does it. Map number 1, he was totally passive. That looked bad. Yeah. Map number 2, he did do good damage. Did do the decent pressure towards the expansion of his opponents. Just the counter expansion. That didn't quite work. Yeah. Maybe this time he can make it work. Make him bleed early and secure your own late game a little bit later.
This is absolutely not a Tinker map, by the way. We will see an Archmage in 99.5% of the cases. Everything else would be incredibly surprising.
Yeah.
Because you needed to creep the natural. Question here is the creep route of Infi Laboratory first or expansion first. If it's expansion first, Foggy is a little more under pressure to do something. If he goes laboratory first, the Archmage is a little more powerful. So everything has its ups and downs, and depends on Infi. So far, Infi has been going for the fast expansion twice, and it worked out twice. He has the 2-0 lead over the Ukrainian, who was in the final last time. Will he once again be eliminated by a human? Will it this time be the brother of TH? Foggy without a single win against Infi in big tournaments or in tournaments in general. Will this streak be kept alive? 2-0 for Infi. It looks really bad for Foggy. So if you are cheering for the Ukrainian, send your energy. He needs it.
Yeah. The boxer with his back against the ropes. He's not unfamiliar with this situation. Last GCS against Czech he was trailing as well. Czech on match point. It was 2-1 back then for Czech in the mirror. He came back. It's looking even worse now. It's 2-0 for Infi. He needs to defeat him 3 maps in a row. That is unbelievably hard, but I think this is a good map. I think he can finally deal good damage here, big damage here. And the Archmage first. It is, as you said, of course, you can't creep that gold mine without those water elementals. It's way too hard to do. So the interesting thing will be, as you also pointed out, the creep route. What's it gonna be? Expo Rush, and how well can Foggy scout and punish it?
Indeed. Can also use mercenaries early, especially the Shadow Priest is really good here to get rid of the water elementals. This costs some resources, of course, delays the attack a little. It's a little dangerous. If you fuck it up, you have you have a big problem. Or do you use the wisps to detonate against the water elementals, or both? So already in the early, like the first 3 minutes, there's so many important decisions to be made on both sides.
Absolutely. Lightning Shield Creep, of course, to start this, makes this very quick to pick up for the Night Elf. And here, the first bit of tempo will be set from Infi. Infi goes for the fast expansion, the instant expansion, then probably the Demon will run across with only level 1. But no, he goes for the Laboratory first. The Demon Hunter will be allowed his time to go to level 2, find some nice items here with the Circle of Nobility and also the Tome of Agility. And yeah, will be on level 2 once the harassment comes, because the expansion is set in stone. There's no way around that.
Yeah, I mean, in my 10-year caster career, I've seen Infi playing a rifle push once, and that is marked in my calendar with a big red circle around it. So it is level 2, and he also goes for the little apprentices. Circlet, of course, nice for him as well. Foggy is moving over. Everything is scouted by Infi, so he knows.
Archmage very tanky here with his +5 strength that he found, so going for that hero doesn't seem to be too viable anymore. He's trying to bait the kill on the water elemental. Do you see it?
Yeah.
He wants the demon to go in. He wants to do more damage to him. He wants him to be hurt when he does decide to go for immolation harass. That's just such outstanding play by Infi. Normally against this, we want to see Wisp detonates. But where are the Wisps?
There's no Wisp. He's going for a Moonwell there to save this Wisp, but immediately... Oh, can he go for it? Was he in range?
He did get it. He hit them both, so it's going to be quite a bit more damage here onto the human side. But we don't have immolation. He's not committing too hard here. Going for the Footman now, actually. Almost finds himself in a surround.
Can get this experience from the Water Elemental. Can he get the another big one? No. Big mana potion for the Archmage as well. So more Water Elementals to defend this. And man, he still has a lot of peasants. This is again a great opening for the Chinese.
And unusually, there's no Shadow Priests. Normally, Foggy will try to go for them as quickly as possible. Didn't do it here. Speaking of water elementals, there could be a lot more with this potion of greater mana if he wants to commit it so early. Of course, Lumber still very low, tech far away. Here comes the expansion, and yeah, I agree with you. This looked like it took less damage than it should have.
What can he do now? Level 2.5, he has the boots, but he's super low HP. Can he delay this expo? Doesn't look like it, man. Infi's positioning again. He has this little niche to save his peasants. He has double mercenaries now, but with... Oh, no!
Oh my god, did you see it?
Against the priest!
Oh, he saw it!
This is so important.
Oh,
Healing
no.
and the spell. He gets the dispel out, but no, with this end snare, easy kill for Infi. It seems like it's just not Foggy's day.
Oh my god, everything is going wrong. Those trappers betraying their troll friend. In this case, certainly not the friend. No dispel now. Water elementals will still be powerful.
Hunter's Hall a little late, maybe. What does he have now? A Berserker and an Archer. He has to counter expand at this point, I think.
Or is he gonna go super crazy all in with the Naga second?
Both so hard.
Wisp's coming south again.
The Archmage is
Foggy.
low on mana. Of course he can use the potion, but at the moment there's no threat through water elementals. Infi again close to the base. He's okay. Foggy going for more mercenaries. He wants the Shadow Priest, as it seems. Yeah, going for both Troll Twins.
All right.
This is gonna be a mass push on tier 2 then. Must be, right?
And he's creeping with the Ancient of War, but again, Infi in
He's there.
position. He's playing this so well. The Demon needs this camp. He needs his level 3. Can he get the last hit? He did get it, or at least the Ancient of War did. I'm not sure. He's close to level 3. It certainly didn't go to the human. Greater Mana has been used, so this one will not be possible to use later. Even gets the Water Elemental clear with onto the Archer.
The
He's
Archer killed it,
paying
exactly.
attention everywhere.
Foggy's results at GCS tournaments have always improved from playoffs to 3rd place to 2nd place. Everybody thought, okay, it's time for you now. But it absolutely doesn't seem like it. Infi has a shop up as well. There's an Alchemist now at the expansion to do something. But what can he do with this? Without the Demon Hunter, I mean, yeah, Acid Bomb, okay. Cancels quite a bit. That's nice. But what then?
This is such a big commitment, man. He's not counter-expanding or anything. Dryads, of course, will be coming. Doesn't have him yet. Militia from the main will try to repel this. Everything's still very healthy for Foggy. Not dispelling the Water Elemental here. The Archmage is in trouble. Low HP. And here this is the Acid Bomb again. Everything is dropping low, but there will be Scrolls of Regen against this.
Yeah, but the Acid Bomb cancels it, so maybe that is the solution. Blacksmith is coming for Infi. Tier 2 as well, defend upgrade. This is exactly the timing that he wanted to hit, or kind of the time. Oh, he steals the Shredder. So nice. That he wanted to hit on last Refuge, where the Dryads were missing. Now he has the Berserkers to make up for it. But still, like, Infi is in no trouble at all. He could just lean back.
Only now the lores are coming. Again, the Dryads are gonna be so late. I guess because of this heavy mercenary commitment early on. So the Shredder's gonna be lost. It's a lot of resources wasted, but I guess he tried to keep it away from the Night of more so than anything else. Level 3 for the Demon with this. Archmage moving across. He has healed up again. So are most of his footmen. And there's quite a few of them. Doesn't have a scroll of healing with them, which makes him a lot more potent. And that's Acid Bomb coming in again.
Whoa,
oh, but a nice surround.
Infi surrounds on Amazonia. They're legendary. There's no staff for Foggy. He is able to fight out for now, though. But that costs a lot of moon juice. And Infi barely taking any damage despite the minus armor.
Seems to be in total control of this game. It's looking scary for Foggy. Is he counter-expanding? There's something blue on the map. Yes, there is. Infi, we saw it previously. So good at cancelling these. Is he gonna scout this out again, and is he gonna be able to cancel it once again?
It's hard. There's still so many footmen. He has to get rid of those footmen. But with the Demon Hunter absent from the fights, he's lacking the damage for sure. Like, and Infi, of course, with his footmen, it's such a...
Oh my god, tier 2 is already done.
Yeah, Blood Mage.
It's already done.
Is he faking the Blood Mage again, or is this an... Is this a Blood Mage for real? Army is split, but he went all the way with Alchemist and Army towards Infi's expansion. Now he's running back. Foggy is wasting a lot of time.
And he denies one of the creeps as well. And the second one as well. What's going on with Foggy? Is he actually becoming nervous here for the first time? Usually he never is.
Yeah.
And it's the Naga again.
Yeah, he's faking it. The footmen, full health, almost all of them. Alchemist is hurt. He gets a nice item that is an invul, which is cool, especially for the Demon Hunter. The Expo is not up yet. Once again, a great potential for Infi to punish this. He's walking into a surround, taking so many hits. Is there heal spray already? I don't think so. Maybe the mana's low as well. And Foggy swapping over the invul potion, saves his hero for a bit. But again, Infi with the surround. This is just marvelous Warcraft from the Chinese. He's diving for the Naga, hands over the potion. Did he do one mistake in this series or what? Alchemist down, Naga survives, Expo will most likely fall again.
That one is gonna finish, at least. But man, it's so expensive. And it's delaying everything so much. Foggy can't hope to tech. Not yet. And guess what, Infi? 1.2k gold. He can produce so much now. He hasn't even lost his level 1 hero. He can heal up, can even maybe creep a little bit more. Or he can decide to pressure. He can do everything he wants here, it seems. Foggy at only 40 supply, and he needs those bears, and he needs them soon.
That is the last last straw that he's grasping for are the Master Bears, but oh boy, Archmage already level 4. Naga pretty much unchaseable with the boots now. Invo potion on the Archmage. Infi is preparing so well for a hero focus, since that is the only thing that can help Foggy, but with what? A few Dryads, okay. With Acid Bomb, okay. But, nah. I don't see this, man. I don't see this.
If you can find some pickups here before the big human army is assembled, maybe can buy a lot of time. Naga once again getting focused. No Acid Bomb here though, that would help out quite a bit. Here is the Alchemist once again. Scroll of Regens, we've seen so many of these. And once again, one is being used. He's going for the heroes exclusively here, Foggy is. Doesn't want to go for the Footman anymore. AM dropping really low, but so is the Demon. He's going to lose another Shadow Priest here. And the Archmage will use the Invul, will survive. And what did Foggy kill here? Foggy
takes so many losses. Another Dryad dead. And he didn't have too much. What is about this control here? Again, another Dryad down to like 10% HP or something. He didn't accomplish anything because, as I said, the Archmage was prepared.
Oh my god, he's still tier 2. He hasn't even started teching yet. He's gonna try to do this with Dryads only.
We saw this from live against TH and he made it work, but without Bears you can't punish the expansion. And Infi at one point had 1,000 gold, now he's already up at 66 supply, Foggy at 47. This army is quite the perfect counter. The Dryads don't do damage against the Footman because of defend. Then he has slow against the heroes. He also has Riflemen. And just like on Last Refuge, Infi doesn't want to waste time. He wants to go home early with a 3-0 victory. And he's pushing hard for it.
It's so hard to defend. He has the heal spray finally, but it's only level 1. Not even level 2 this time. Ancient of War dies in a matter of seconds. Towers are going to be set up. This army is so small. 50 supply only. Foggy stayed on tier 2 so he could mass produce units. But he's not even in upkeep. This is looking horrible for the Ukrainian.
He's in dire straits. A miracle. He needs it. He's trying to capture reinforcements like Lawlight did in the group stage against TH, but there's nothing coming because everything is already there. Getting one Rifleman, but trades it against the entire health of the Berserker there. Demon Hunter can clean house back there in the back line.
So some casters will die here. One Sorceress is falling, but it's so much damage towards these Dryads, even with only, what, 2 rifles here? Waking up the creeps as well to force some ensnares. The ensnares did well for him earlier when he got the first Shadow Priest.
Not so much this time. Ending on his Water Elemental and the Rifleman.
And now only 2 Dryads are left. This is looking like desperation from Foggy. He's slowed as well. He needs to dispel. He doesn't have mana for dispel, and he loses the hero!
Wow. With much respect to his opponent. Very strong. Well played, GG. No hope for Foggy anymore. The first time he ends up worse than in the previous tournament. And Infi is King Fi again.
What a surprise. 3-0.
Nobody expected it in this fashion. I mean, the odds, like the stats were stacked against him. It didn't look too good on paper as Foggy is still down 0-5 now against Infi in pro competition. The streak continues. Everybody has its nemesis, and for Foggy, it just seems to be Infi, especially when he plays as strong as today.
Yeah, he really impressed me. I didn't expect this, but don't want to be too hard on him here. But Foggy, for once, didn't look crisp against Human. Normally, he always shows up perfectly in time. He turns on Immolation and suddenly 4 peasants are dead. Or he shows up perfectly in time, mana burns the Ogre Magi, gets the experience, 8 Archmages level 1 forever. Nothing really seemed to click in all these 3 games.
It wasn't the tournament of the Western players, that's for sure. Hunter with a lot of bad luck there with the Town Hall bug. Hawk quite disappointing in his performance. Foggy then, the group stage was insanely strong.
Yeah.
Maybe his opponents weren't just the best. Life, super disappointing. WFZ not making it towards Fly. So maybe we were a little overhyped because his opponents were so weak. Infi did not really look that good in the group stage, actually. He was threatened by Hunter. He lost clean to 1-2-0 there, playing Orc. And then, yeah, I mean, against Chimiko it was a walk in the park, but that's always human mirror against Chimiko.
And Foggy today, for the first time, you know, trying a new strategy in competition on the biggest stage, the Alchemist. How much did that Alchemist really do? How effective was he? Applause here for Infi, he played this very well.
Yeah, bowing in front of the audience was Infi. So that's quite nice to see that he seems to be like positively affected by this crowd so far. He's in the semi-final. One will follow, and that is TH or Lin. Our next map of this day, the second quarterfinal, another best of 5, and this could be the grand final. 4 out of 5 tournaments this year went to Lin. TH had a decent year with a lot of second and third places, but Lin seems to be unbeatable for him. It's gonna be so great, man. The Warcraft action will continue here at Back to Warcraft. Of course, a big disappointment. We hope that Foggy will come, but after such a crushing defeat, it would be not a big surprise if he has something else to do right now. The highlights of this map, or this match. Last refuge here with the Alchemist. It was already too late there. Huge push by Infi against this too late expansion with the cancelled Hunter's Hall. That was the key in map 1.
Yeah. And I wonder, like, if everything goes according to plan, how does that Alchemist look? How strong is he? Can he, like, can you force the TPs early? Can you take out those footies quickly? I must say, in this series, what we've been shown didn't convince me about the power of the Alchemist. But yeah, it all started to spiral out of control. That push, he still had a big force here, but there's so little damage, man. Only piercing.
Twisted Meadows, again, impeccable timing of Infi. Cancelling the expansion twice, distracting in the base, gathering so much gold. The expansions were not under pressure at all. I think Twisted was of all the maps where Foggy looked the best, but still making major mistakes there.
Yeah. And usually in an attack like this, immolation will be turned on, everything will be roasting, 4 peasants die. But I don't know, did he lose his confidence? Did he think, I don't want to commit so hard here early? Usually something that he would shine with, would have shown with in the past. And Infi just looked so dominant in that game.
Yeah. Absolutely Infi's day here. No way for Foggy. No Warden, no competition as it seems. And the last Westerner is out. Foggy's dreams have been crushed by the Iceman. No coming back, no lower bracket. He has to go home empty-handed. The next match here, as you can see soon in the bottom right. Lin versus TH. It doesn't get much better than this, man. Best human in the world, best orc in the world. Fantastic Warcraft ahead. So boys and girls, stay tuned for the Gold Championship Series quarterfinals.